All right, good evening. Good evening. Hey, what's up, Aaron? How are you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good to see you, brother. Just waiting on more people to come in to the chat. So how you been? So your Medellin trip is booked. Oh, good. Very good. Very good. Just waiting on more people to come in. So Hiram, what day is you going to Medellin? You going to June, right? I think you said you was going to June. Yeah, that's right, June. Yes, yes. That's a good time to go too, because you don't have to worry about too much rain during that time. Yes, that's a good time. Maybe when you see me there, I'll probably end up being there in September. I usually go there on my birthday. So, yeah, I usually go on my birthday in September. I probably won't. Now, if you would have done this last year, yeah, I would have saw you there because I went in June and I went in October. I went twice last year. But this year, it looks like I'm only going to be able to make it once. Yeah, it would be nice to see you there. Okay, I'm just waiting for more people to come into the chat. Hey, Harry, I have a question to ask you. When you do you get the notifications from YouTube when the live goes out? Do you know about it? Some people say they don't get the notification. Look like there's two people. Oh, okay, you do get it. Okay, okay, okay. Because I'm trying to start the live streams a little early, like at 7 instead of 8 o'clock. So I know people have to go to work in the morning, so I changed the time from 8 o'clock to 7 o'clock. So I hope that's working out for everybody. So I'm gonna give it another 5 minutes before everybody comes in, and then we can get started. I got some good information for you. I see two people in the chat. Is there anybody else here? Now I see three. Okay, look like everybody's starting to come now. I got some heck of information for you. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you how to win the heart of a Latina Colombian woman. I'm gonna tell you how to do it. Still their hearts away. Let's see, we got three people in so far. If you in the chat, okay, we got four coming in right now. I know my live chats are very small because I don't have many subscribers. So if I get up to, yeah, okay, now we got five. Okay. Hey, if you guys out there, make sure you put something in the chat just to let me know that you're there. To say hi or anything. Just let me know that you are in the live. Because I'm getting ready to get started on this live tonight. Hope everybody doing good. Hope everybody had a great week. This has been a very challenging week for me. Yeah, I lost my brother-in-law this weekend. That was pretty devastating news. Hey, what's happening? What's happening? What's happening, brother? Hey, hey, good to see you, man. Good to see you. Yeah, this has been a really, really rough week. Keep my family in your prayers, okay? Yeah, I lost my brother-in-law. It was very unsuspected. Very unsuspected. Let's see, I got 5 people. I'm gonna give 3 more minutes. Then I'm gonna start even just for 5 people. Yeah, yeah, it was rough. Yes, sir. Yeah, my oh man, oh boy, yeah, it was very very unsuspected, very unsuspected. We didn't expect nothing like that to happen. So the funeral's gonna be next week. Yeah, he was a really good guy, really good guy, really good guy. Do anything for anybody. Yeah. Let's see. Life is short. Make the most of. Yeah, it is very short. It is. It is. Yeah, we are still in denial right now. The whole, the family is most of the family. We are in complete denial that this even happened. Yeah. Let me see. I'm showing like 5 people in the chat so far. I guess people slowly coming in. Yep, I got some very important information for you guys. Yep. Yes, I do. Okay, I got 6 people. Okay, cool. If there's more people in the chat, please let me know. Give me a shout out. I appreciate it. So I'm getting ready to start this live right now. Guys, that's something I want to tell you. Hold on, let me turn this down just a little bit. Guys, that's something I want to tell you. Get your passport. I don't know what part of the country that you live in. I'm going to say this, man. Do you guys remember the master teacher Skylar? I remember on his YouTube channel, he was talking about obesity. It's becoming a problem. I'm going to tell you something. I have never, 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 never seen this much of obesity ever. I have never seen this much obesity in my life, in my neck of the woods. It's getting really bad. I've never saw these many women are being completely obese. I was at Walmart the other day and I'm looking and I'm like, it's like all the women in the store was completely obese. What is going on? I was at Walmart, it was the same way. And I don't talk about anybody, I don't make nobody feel bad or anything like that, but I just couldn't believe it. What is going on out here? You never see that in Brazil or you never see that in Colombia. You never see that. I wonder what is going on. You all think about that. Do y'all see the same thing where you are? You say that's why I love Colombia. They have heavy on fitness. They close the roads on Sunday solely for yeah. I mean, it's really getting bad here. I mean, I went to Myers the other day, and I mean, I'm looking at the lines and stuff, and all the women in the line were completely morbidly obese. And I'm seeing it everywhere. I go to Dollar. I mean, I'm out here going to Dollar General. I do my shopping. I'm like, what is going on? Things are different than the way it used to be back in the day. I remember. I don't know if y'all remember. If you do this, go on YouTube and pull up Soul Train, the Soul Train dancers and stuff like that. How women were built differently back then than they are now. I mean, I love everybody. I don't care you know, um, what race or anything you are. I don't put people down or anything like that. But I have never seen that much. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's really getting bad because I'm telling you, I'm from the old school. I'm from the old school. Okay, and I remember doing the Freaknik days back in the late 80s, maybe 1987, 88, and 1990. It wasn't like this. It wasn't like this at all. It wasn't this bad, but it's really gotten bad. It's like everywhere I go, even the kids. I'm like, what is happening? Especially, I don't know what area you all are from. I don't know if it's like this in California. I don't know because I got subscribers from all over the country, even in different countries and stuff. But this is really becoming a big problem. I'm like, what is going on? I was at I don't know if y'all have a Dollar General where you are at, where you live at, or where you have Family Dollar. Walked in there the other day. Everyone come over there was just morbidly obese. I'm like, what is going on? Wow. That's why I'm glad I got my passport, man. That is reason why I'm glad I got my passport. Because of Colombia, you don't see that. Not like this. Oh damn, Tone. Smooth Life is back. You used to be slim and fit back in the day, I bet. Yeah. They used to be slim. They used to be oh man. I remember in high school we used to we'll be on our way to school on the school van and we'd just be breaking our necks looking at the girls. How curvy and stuff they was. I mean how fit they were and everything. I remember those days. Yeah, they used to be slim and fit back then. Yeah, but yeah, there was. If you don't believe me, go on YouTube and watch the Soul Train video of Don Cornelius and look at all the women in that video, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Yep, that's why I'm glad I got my passport. That's why I'm glad I got my passport, brothers. Yep. So, smooth life. What's been up, man? Are you going back anywhere? Are you going back to Oh, okay. There you go, smooth life. Come on in, bro. Come on in. What's happening, bro?
Hey, what's up, Mr. Tone? How you doing, man?
All right, man. I'm just trying to hold it down with this live stream stuff, man.
No, it's good, man. You should live stream more often. But yeah, Tone, I bet because I used to, I watched some of the Soul Train lines. Yeah, everybody was toned up, all that. The brothers was toned up, got their emotions popping, or slim, and the sisters, man, had that great was slim and had that great uh, uh thin waist and all that.
Oh
But
yeah,
now, yeah, I actually went out and was paying attention. But I went grocery shopping like I think yesterday myself, and I'm like, I wasn't really thinking about it, but the cashier I was talking to, she was sweet old lady, but she was huge. She
yeah,
was huge, you know. So there's definitely a problem with that. Um,
yeah. It's like it's everywhere though. It's like I mean I don't talk about nobody. I'm not just not the type of I don't troll or make fun of anybody, but I just been noticing that it's just been getting worse and worse and worse. Because I do, we do grocery shopping, we go out get gas and all that type of stuff, and I'm just noticing that the women is just obese. I was like, what is going on?
yeah, it's definitely because Americans can afford to be eating all crazy because all these other countries they can't afford to get that big because they ain't got the money for it to be eating
Right,
like that anyway.
right.
Not
Because
only
I
is their
mean,
food better, but also people can't afford it either. So yeah, we definitely that's a definite issue.
you said they can't afford the membership. You said,
They can't afford to eat like we can, like that. Anyways,
oh yeah. You talk about like in Colombia and places like that, right?
yeah, yeah, Latin American countries and Asian countries they cannot afford like we can to eat like that. Anyways,
Right, right. But you know, one thing I noticed too in Colombia and Medellin, they exercise a lot. Those girls, the ones that I know, like we used to work out together. Like when the my hotel they had a fitness room, they be down there,
what?
they be down there working out. They,
Yeah, it's a fitness culture in Latin America. At least in Brazil, it was. It's definitely a fitness culture, more a fitness culture down in those countries. Everybody try to get their beach body on and stuff.
right. Well, I'm glad I got my I'm glad I got my passport, man, because I'm ready to go. I'm ready to get the
Yeah,
heck.
yeah. It's so
I'm
funny you
ready
say.
to.
I mean, this is what I'll say, right? Now, even though yes, the American women obesity, obesity is a problem in the United States. Is the fattest country in the world. I'll say that. But overall, American women, I won't give them top three. I definitely won't give them top three. I probably won't give them top five either. But they in top 10 most beautiful women only because of the sheer variety you can get here. Like my issue with the American women is not really as much a physical thing as it is just a software thing.
Right,
That's the
right.
biggest issue for me. Like I can get, America has it's a fairly attractive country when it comes to women because they have such a good variety here. Um, and there is a demographic of women who do work out and take care of their body, eat healthy and stuff. So
Yeah,
my issue is just that my the main reason why I'll be traveling is because of the software issue. That's completely their software is what completely turns me off.
right. Yeah, they I know their attitude seems to be bad. I mean, when you try to go up there and speak to them, they don't really reciprocate.
No, let me tell you 50, right?
Yes, sir.
50, yeah. So back in your day, right?
Yes,
If you were to approach a chick, right, like, and you called her beautiful, that actually like her reaction would it actually be very she'd be actually surprised and appreciative of you calling her that?
yes. It was much.
Yes.
It was much different in the '70s because I remember. Man, I can even go back to the '70s, like 1979, '78, '79. It was just totally different. The culture was totally different. I mean, you could be walking in the park, so you could be walking to the ice cream and just have a conversation with a female just like that. I mean, easily. She will engage you. But
Yes,
now, go ahead. Uh-huh.
and was compliments better received back then than it is now?
It was much better then. Much better. And the women were much more. Did you ever watch Good Times? James Evans, with
Yeah,
JJ.
yeah. I mean, I watch clips here and there, but yeah.
Okay, you remember Thelma? Remember her body? How beautiful she was? How
I
curvy
don't
she
remember.
was?
I don't remember. No.
Okay, next time when you get a chance, go on YouTube and type in Good Times and watch that show too. And there's a character in that show. Her name is Thelma, and she was like the type of woman that most black women want to be like. She was just beautiful, curvy, and just I'm not talking down on anybody, but I just knows how different it was back then than it is now. But if you have to, like I said, go on YouTube, pull up Soul Train, and pull up Good Times. Then you'll know what I'm talking about. But it was much better then. So those were the good old days, and the people were much nicer. You can get a date very easily. I mean, if you had just a letter game, you can meet somebody just like that.
Wow. So you didn't have to have all these tips and tricks and be this
No,
funny guy.
no, you did.
Okay.
I've been at barbecue places and met females. So, oh, this barbecue is good. There was a time when I was sitting out on the porch with my grandfather. May he rest in peace. He's in heaven now. But I'd be sitting out there just talking to my grandfather, and a beautiful girl will walk by the house and just walk up to us and start talking to us and come and sit right up on the porch, just like that.
Wow.
And then you start rapping to it, talk to us. Hey, what you doing today? Oh, I ain't doing nothing. Let's go to the drive-in. We used to do a lot of drive-ins back then too. We used to go to the drive-in, and this place
Mm.
called the Jolly. Let's go to this place called the Jolly Rogers. We go in the kitchen, make some popcorn. So I put it in this big bowl and get a big Fago pop. Off to the movies, to the drive-in. Have a beautiful time. Somebody I didn't even know. That's how it was back then.
Wow. So you're talking about just that interaction after first interaction. It was
Because
just
it's the first interaction. Yep, just like that. Sure was.
wow.
You'd be sitting, and the police officers were like more for better too. They used to drive up, and I used to walk up to their cars, and they used to give me five and say, "Hey, what's happening?" But it's not like that no more. Everything has changed.
Yes, it's not like that. And because now you give a woman a compliment, it's like water off a duck's ass. She hears it so much, either she's not receptive to it anymore, or she doesn't really care, or sometimes she gets nasty.
Yeah, yeah, a lot
Yeah.
of yeah, a lot of them are nasty. You know what? The best interaction I've seen in a long time was when Austin Hollister was in Peru and he met the Peruvian girl. You remember that? He was at the restaurant and he was doing live streaming and she was just very
Yes,
curious.
yes.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
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 she had that look. I mean, you could tell that glow in her eyes and that feminine
yeah,
smile.
yeah,
She
yeah.
came into that. Yeah, she came into that engagement with a pure heart and came into that engagement non-confrontational and feminine and graceful. Yes.
Right, right. She was into it. Like she looked at it and said, "Oh, what is that? Oh, okay." It's like she was very interested in what he was doing. And she showed interest, but you don't get that now. You don't get that type of treatment anymore.
Mm.
So that's why I'm telling you, get your passport. It's time to go. It's time to get the
Yeah.
heck out of here.
So wait. So Tone. So when you say get your passport, are you saying that you're gonna start permanently traveling, or move overseas, or assume somewhere? Like how you? What do you mean by get? What are you gonna do? Because I've already made
My
up
my
my.
my goal is moving overseas. I can You
Okay.
know what? I'm gonna tell you guys something, and I hope there's a lot of people still on my live. I'm gonna give you some good information. You better travel while you can, because I think there's gonna come a time that you're not gonna be able to go nowhere.
Mm. Mm.
With all this,
Hey, we could talk about that during this stream too about restricting people's rights and the deep state and stuff. We talk about that too,
yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
yeah, speak on it. Speak on it.
Well, I'm just talking about. I won't talk too much about this on YouTube or anything, but there's like rumors of wars. that's going on right now with Israel and with Iran. They think there's going to be a big confrontation that's going to go on with that, and it seems like things are just unraveling. What I'm saying, just starting to come apart, and I think eventually things going to get to the point where you're not going to be able to go nowhere. If there's a major war, then you're not going to be going to no other countries, nothing like that. They're probably going to keep you here. So I'm just saying, I travel while you can, while you have the opportunity to do it. I mean, I could be wrong, but I'm just saying that
I
what you should.
think I not only do I think yes from a standpoint of safety and stuff like that, also think from a standpoint of where things are headed. I think they don't want people to start. They don't want people to travel, especially men bragging about it and whatever. They
Yeah,
don't. They don't like that. They don't. We live in a gynocentric social society. They don't want that, and they can. That's why they start putting restrict like on call, like getting a remote job overseas. Like a lot of call center jobs, one of the easiest jobs you can get. A lot of them have restrictions where you have to be in the U.S. And if you get caught using a VPN, you get fired.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
so again, like they make it hard because they don't want people to, and also it's a money issue too in the sense that America does not want you spending their money overseas. They want you to
yeah,
spend your
yeah.
money in the U.S. borders.
Right. They try to keep you here, but you spend your money here.
Yeah,
Hmm.
you're not gonna keep allowing tens of millions of people going overseas every single year and just living for months at a time and spending their money and stuff. That's gonna have an economic impact here, and
Right.
they're gonna start to put laws in. If I mean, I hope I'm wrong, but don't be surprised if one day you start to see them say, okay, you can only stay up overseas for a certain amount of time. You can only go to these certain countries. You can only
Right.
have these certain remote jobs. You can only they start making it more difficult and more difficult to travel. Don't be surprised, which is
Yeah.
which is really messed up when you think about it because this world is no more my land than it is yours.
Right. Right.
This world is my world, just like it's your world, everybody else. Each person that's born on this earth has a right to the land equally
Right. Right.
to
Right.
to enjoy it. So I do think that's something to be considered and something to be talked about because we're enjoying it, we're having fun, we're talking about our beautiful experiences with the women. But listen, that can come at a cost, and if we don't put a pipe in it, if you don't really shut up and start keeping it more on the low, don't be surprised if they start making more laws, making it harder to travel. They can make laws where it's like, okay, if you don't have if you owe over $2,000 in credit card bills, you can't go. You have over $2,000 in loans, you can't go. You have a certain amount of you owe a certain amount of money, you can't go. They can stricten the past the child support payment. So if you owe a certain amount of child support, you
Yeah.
can't go. All these things they can do this to make it just harder for the average man to travel.
Right. Because I heard that if you behind in child support, you can't get a passport.
Yeah, if you're behind a certain amount,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
If you're behind a certain amount, I don't know what that amount is, but if you're behind a certain, I forget what it is, but if you're behind a certain amount, you can't travel. But see, they can make it smaller and smaller and make it very hard. So that's why I say that it's just kind of chill out a little bit.
Yeah. 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 Things is changing all the time. Like I told you, get that passport while you can.
Where
Right.
would
Get
where
it.
would you move to?
You know what? I'm looking at. You know what? Because I am going to Brazil next year for sure. Okay. And
Hmm.
actually, Colombia was like my number one spot. I was really looking at some apartments there. When I go there, I was talking to some people because Colombia is a beautiful place. But I don't know with all the attack on foreigners there that happened within the last several months, it's kind of turned me. Maybe decide not to do it. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know where to go. I don't know. What about you? What do you think would be the best place to go?
Well, my goals for 2025 is I'll get a remote job this year.
and start to permanently travel 2025. And I plan on travel all over, probably 2 or 3 countries next year. Um,
Okay.
Brazil will be one of them.
Yeah,
Maybe
Brazil. Yes.
maybe DR, and I could try to maybe swing the Philippines, or I could do Trinidad as being
Okay.
another. See, because um, yeah, I don't want to just travel, and just stay in one place. I want to be able to enjoy other places, but I definitely will have my main spots, and
Okay.
Brazil is definitely going to be one of my main spots. Um,
Okay.
yeah,
Because what I'm looking for, okay, I am older and I'm moving towards retirement now. I'm looking at retirement. You know what I'm saying? And I'm looking for a permanent place to stay. You know, be able to settle
is it?
down.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I answer your question. Go ahead, Tori.
Be able to settle down with a girl. You know what I'm saying? And just be able to stay in one spot. Um, but I'm tired where I am now. I don't want to stay in Michigan, in Detroit, because I'm tired of the winters. I'm tired of being. I just want a different. Because I'm gonna be honest with you. At my age, when you get my age, you have more years behind you than you do in front of you. And I don't know if I just told you, we just had a loss in our family this this week. My brother-in-law passed. Keep us in your prayers, okay? You know, but that was very unsuspected. And when you see things like that, that kind of make you think that how short life is. You don't have very much time here. Your life could be taken away just like that. I would love to be maybe in the Dominican Republic next to the water, just watch the ocean. You know what I'm saying? Being in a nice area where I could just be happy, just be content. You know what I'm saying? Have enough money for my retirement that I'll be able to live there.
Yeah. So you got to ask yourself, what are your top 3 priorities um, when you move overseas? What is it going to be? What are you going to value the top three? And look at each country and see to your best of your knowledge. If you're not going to at least try it out to begin with and go a week or two here or there, at the very least, do your research and say, okay, what are my top 3 priorities? For example, I'll give you an example: women, safety, and food. Okay,
Yes,
that,
yes,
that could be one list. Another one could be food, women, and views, or excuse me, affordability. Affordability,
yes,
right? That could be another
absolutely.
list. Or another list could be the social environment, the I don't know, the view, like the beauty, the scenery, and could be the internet. You see how I'm saying? You see how you're making that list up?
Yeah, yeah, I
So
see what you
you got to
said.
ask yourself, okay, what are my top 3 things that I must have? And then you say, okay, and you look it up. If you can go there, that's even better. But if you can't, go to all these different countries, just look it up. Say, okay, what are these other guys' experiences? What are they saying? And then once you have maybe you get down to maybe a country or two or three if you can afford it, just go to those countries for a week or two and say, okay, I like when did this experience. Okay, these women are my type here. The social environment I like. I like the food. And you just like jot. You get a few countries that you say, okay, these are final contenders, and you test those countries out. And you say, okay, this is the country I want to retire in. This is the
Right,
country that I want to move tomorrow to. You know what I'm saying? So that's what you
right.
probably should do is test these countries out and say, okay, all right, maybe and jot right on your list. What are your top three? Well, off the top of your head, what would be your top three?
My top three, because at first my very top one was Colombia. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you,
No, no. Well,
Colombia.
top three as not countries yet, but top three as your list of priorities that you must have.
Okay, um, the top priorities that I like to have. Okay, to me, this is number one. Okay, it's is healthcare will be number one. To
Okay.
me, that's very important. Healthcare, because if you get sick, where can you go? If you get sick, do you have insurance to pay for it? If you get sick, do they have very good medical facilities that can accommodate you? You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? If you need prescription drugs, you should be that. That's my number one top right there is healthcare. Okay.
Okay.
Number three, I'm sorry, I said number, let me see. Number one. Number two would be safety. That's
Okay.
very important. That's very because you
Okay.
don't want to live nowhere where somebody's trying to break into your home. Someone's going to try to kidnap you or extort money from you or anything like that. You don't want that. And let me see. Number one, number two, number three would be psychosocial. How's the people? I mean, can you interact with the people? Your environment, how clean is the environment, because you don't want to go somewhere that's really like dirty or nasty or anything like that. You want to
But see,
feel
that
comfortable.
that's a different. I mean, you could do a top five. That's fine. But I'm just saying, you said social, then you said about it being clean. You gotta have to ask, okay, one on one, because see, what's gonna happen is if you get to these countries and these are really top three, because the top three makes it hard because it's like, okay, these are the three that I must have, right? Like
Uh-huh.
these are I have to have this for me to right. And so that's what makes it, but it makes it good in the sense that okay, at least this country can be checking all the boxes at the bare minimum, right?
Right,
So
right.
yeah, sorry, go ahead.
No, that's it. That's what basically I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Just
Um,
just just those top three, really.
okay, so the social environment, you said the safety,
Yeah,
and then
safety. Yeah, and like someone here say, Tony, you're looking for a country that is logically still close to the U.S. Yeah, due to the family reason, etc. Good affordable healthcare system, willing to learn the language and place with many experts. Yeah, that's a good place, Christopher. That's what I'm talking about. Good affordable healthcare system and willing to learn the language and place with many experts. Yeah, because when I go travel, I like to go where there's a lot of expats because sometimes they can tell you things that you don't know. Yeah, but the
so
healthcare is number one.
for me, no particular order. It is the affordability. It is the women, and then
Yeah,
it and then it is the trying to think of a third one. I want to say this. Oh, yeah, I guess the safety. I wish I could. But you can also make it a top five list too. But top three makes it a little bit challenging in a good way. But you can also make it a top five. If it was top five, then I say safety's in there as well. And social environment. But yeah, you gotta ask you gotta pick a few and narrow it down, and then go to those countries for a week or two and test it out and say, okay, oh, this is where I can see myself. I've been here. Okay, I see how the infrastructure is. I see all these different things, and then yeah. What point do you plan on actually like moving permanently?
well, I'll be able at the age of 62. I'll be able to get part of my Social Security and my retirement together. You know what I'm saying? Because now that I mean, you know what, man, with smooth life what's making it so difficult to what's making it really difficult to retire is inflation. We got a very bad inflation problem in this country.
Absolutely. And I
You know
heard
what I'm
that. I
saying?
don't know if this is true. I heard 49% of people who are retired who come back to the workforce is because of financial reasons.
Financial reasons. Yes.
49%. So basically,
Yes.
half of everybody who comes back to the workforce when they're a retiree is because of financial reasons. So
Yeah.
that's just
Yeah.
now. It's crazy.
And you got people, I see people where I work at in their 70s, in their 80s, still working. They are
Wow.
still working.
I'm sure that was unheard of back in your day.
Yeah, no, no. Let me tell you something. When my grandfather, when he retired from Ford's, man, oh man, he had Blue Cross Blue Shield, good insurance, retirement benefits. You know what I'm saying? And he got Social Security. But one
What age did
thing,
you retire?
he retired at actually, I remember him when I was a kid. I think he retired at the age of 50.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember when he came home with a plaque saying, "I'm retired from Ford Motor Company." Yep, he retired. And
Wow.
when they used to retire back then, they retired with really good benefits. But now you don't get those benefits no more. And then not only that, the dollar was much more stronger back then. I remember back to Smooth Life, you're not going to believe this, but you used to be able to get a bag of chips for 10 cents. I remember
Wow.
that. I'm
Oh
serious.
my God. I remember my grandma, she's 80 in her mid 80s. She said when she's from South Carolina, she said you can get I think she said a soda and cheese. She just said a soda and a snack for 5 cents.
5 cents. Yes, you
That was
sure
back in
could.
her day. For
Yeah,
five,
back then.
he said for 5 cents you could get a soda plus a snack for 5 cents back in her day. That is
Yep,
crazy.
that's crazy. Yeah, I remember. I, I, I remember as a kid that when I was in elementary school, the teacher, they used to have a box of popcorn and chips and oatmeal cakes. I never forget that. And for 20 cents, I would get a bag of popcorn and I would get a bag of chips for 20 cents.
Wow.
Yeah, and then you throw in the oatmeal cake with, oh, those oatmeal cakes were good back then too. That'd be another 10 cents. So about 30 cents, you get three items. Yes, it was
Wow.
very cheap back then. The dollar, and I think the gas was much cheaper. It was like, what, 25, 27 cents a gallon? 10 cents a gallon? 30 cents a gallon? Yeah, it
Wow.
was cheap. Yeah. The dollar was really strong. And even in the 70s, going to the 80s, the dollar was king. But as time went on, you can see that the dollar is losing its value. You know, so it's like now you spend most of your income on food. I noticed that. You spend most of your income buying food.
And that's why I say that the trying overseas can be the new retirement plan for a lot of people
Yeah,
because doing it here, if it keeps weakening and weakening, how can that's people can't afford this anymore.
they can't
Rent,
afford it.
rent going up, gas going up, food going up. Yeah,
It's
it
going,
makes
it's
sense
going.
that if you start to get in your 50s, like boy, I only got a decade or so left in this workforce. I gotta go. I gotta go overseas.
You're gonna have to go. You're not gonna be able to afford a house here very soon. Matter of fact, most people can. You know where I live at. You know the average cost of a reasonable house is in my neck of the woods. Guess what it
How
is?
much? How much?
$250,000. And we're talking
Do
about a real nice looking
you know?
house.
Do you know my neck of the woods how much a house is on average?
I don't even want to know.
And
Probably $1 million.
this is for like a very. I mean, this is not a new house with modern appliances. None of that. You know how much it is?
How much? Let me
Twenty.
guess.
Oh, go ahead and
Th-
guess. Go ahead and guess.
Probably around 350,000 for a decent house.
Double it.
600,000.
More. A little bit. You're talking
Six
about 650,000 to around 700,000 plus.
for a decent house.
Not, I mean, and this is for the house. This is not a modern house, mind you. This is like a house that it's probably 15, 20 years old.
Yeah,
Probably
yeah.
slightly dated. You're not getting a nice neighborhood. You're getting a somewhat lower income neighborhood, and you're spending that.
Yeah,
I live in
yeah.
California.
Oh yeah, California is very, very expensive. That's why so many people are leaving California right now because
So when
it's
you
too
when you say
expensive.
250, I'm talking about double and triple
Oh
that from where
yeah,
I live.
Yeah, everything is expensive in California. Everything is expensive
So,
there.
so I, so I say that, man, why? And I was thinking about it because I was like, I put money away in my savings, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be able to afford a house. I'm gonna be able to afford a house. But I'm gonna be able to afford a house like here, and I'm like, if I were to go into debt here, fuck, just get a house overseas. If my
Yeah,
money stretches much further, get a house overseas.
that's what I'm looking at. That's why I'm looking at getting a house overseas. But I want to be somewhere where I can be happy, though. You know what I'm saying? It's a place that, like I said, security, healthcare, um, safety. Well, safety is really important too because you want to live nowhere where people is breaking into your house every minute. You know?
hmm And so, and so, yeah, like if you're telling me like 600, if you're like, no, I just, I go into debt for 30 years. I have a high ass mortgage rate that I got to pay. I'm trying to travel, have remote jobs. No,
Wow. Whoa.
no,
Whoa. Yeah, it's
no,
rough.
no. That's just no. That's just not what's no. The American dream is over with. It's been over with for years now. Shit is too expensive. We
And
cannot. People
rent
can't
and,
afford.
and
Go
people
ahead.
now can't and people now can't even afford their rent now. People
They got to
can't even
shack up.
afford.
They got to just have
Yeah,
roommates.
yeah, they can't even afford to pay their rent. That's how bad it's getting.
Yes. So that's why I'm saying, take that dollar while it's still strong and take it to somewhere else. If you want to
Yeah,
own property, if you want to own land, that's what I'm strongly considering. The only thing is, Tony, would you be willing to learn a language?
yeah. I was learning Spanish because Colombia was way up at the top that I wanted to live. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so I've been going back and forth there, back and forth. I've been there multiple times, and I was in the Poblado area, and I looked at some. They got some really nice apartments, but now they are starting to go up. Now they're becoming more westernized now with their prices. That's why a lot of them don't want us there.
Yeah, the gringo, and this is why you're gonna have to go off the beaten path because these major cities are getting gringoed out. They're raising their prices.
Yeah, they're raising the prices, right? Because I remember back in the day in Colombia, a one bedroom was like you could get like in Larella's a decent, nice one bedroom for maybe 450, 350 a month. But people start, getting on YouTube and start talking about, oh my God, I got this great deal on a one bedroom in Larella's with $350 a month. And then the Colombian said, oh, and she said, but here in the States, I'm paying like 1,300. So guess what? The Colombian said, okay, we're gonna raise the price up. So now I think apartment in Larella's is like 750, 850, maybe a month. Yeah, because people cannot keep their mouth shut.
They can't write the price. They can't not.
Yeah, they can't keep their mouth shut. They talk too much.
I remember
But
the lowest that I ever seen gas get, and this was only because we had a pandemic. That was the only reason was $1.99. That's the cheapest I ever, and that was only because we had a pandemic. It was $1.99. That's the lowest I
yeah,
ever seen it get, and that's again only because of the pandemic. So an emergency, it went down that low.
yeah, it went down that low, but it's back up now.
Yeah,
Let
but
me
you
see.
if you said $1.99 back when you was in your 20s, Tony, but like, that's hell of expensive.
Yeah, that would be very expensive. But
Yeah, you gotta get.
things have changed a lot though, and I'm gonna tell you, it's not going to get any better.
No, it's not.
Because if things really break off in the Middle East, man, you're gonna see the gas prices really go up. And if the gas prices, usually when the gas prices go up, everything else goes up with it.
Mm-hmm.
Everything goes up, food, transportation, everything goes up when gas goes up. And if things really get really crazy over there, like I'm telling you, travel while you have the opportunity to do it because I think there's gonna come a time that you're not gonna be able to go anywhere.
You,
I
you
think
think
that
they're
time
gonna have martial law?
I'm not saying so much. I'm not even going as far as going to martial law. I mean, when you have war, you know what I'm saying? When you have countries fighting among each other and stuff like that, it's going to be too dangerous to go anywhere. It's going to be too dangerous because,
I can't take it here either.
yeah,
I can't take it here either. So
yeah,
I don't know. I guess I go to a country that isn't at war yet. Suppose that.
it's going to happen. I mean, I can't tell you when, but um, it's like people will start shutting their borders down and all that type of stuff is going to happen. I mean, war causes a lot of insecurities. You know what I'm saying? Like COVID. Look what COVID did. Look what COVID did. These people were shutting their borders down. You couldn't even go to Colombia. Colombia shut their borders down. And matter of fact, there was a YouTuber named I Am Mara. He was in the Philippines and got stuck over there. He couldn't leave. I don't know if you remember. I don't know if you know who he is. He has a big YouTube. He's a content creator. He's been around for years. He's an African YouTube creator. He's in Kenya right now. But I remember when I was following him, he went to the Philippines and he couldn't get out. There was no planes allowed to come there or leave there during the pandemic. He got stuck there. He wasn't able to leave.
Well,
Can you imagine
Philippines
that?
doesn't sound too bad of a place to get stuck at, though. But I mean, I get it though. You don't ever want to be stuck somewhere where you can't go because you may want to see your family or you got business to handle back in the states. So I get it.
Yeah, you got business out. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, like me, I have a job here. I mean, I'm not, but what saved him is that he was a full-time content creator. So the money that he was getting from YouTube and from his subscribers was maintaining him. But I don't have that. I don't know about you, but I don't have that luxury. If I go to a country and get locked over there and get trapped over there, I'm in trouble. I mean, I'm in trouble.
you
I
gonna
mean,
you gonna
what's your job, what's
I
your
guess you're
job
gonna have
going
to
to
make
say?
I guess you're gonna have to make YouTube your full time career and make
But
some pop.
but it takes money to make YouTube, though. It takes money. It
No,
takes a
I know. I'm saying I guess you better build your subscriber count up somehow because that's what if you trapped in that country. You better
YouTube. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about YouTube. YouTube is not easy. It's not.
it's not.
Like to get to this point where I am, being able to do live streams. It took years to do this. Years. No, seriously. Ask Razor Razor. Let me tell you something. If it wasn't for Razor Rays, there would be no Tony Raw, what you see here. Because I was ready to quit a while back. I said, this is too much. I can't do this. I can't do this anymore. It's too much. Too much work. Most people that have YouTube channels fail. Most of them fail. It takes work. You gotta know what you're doing. Like this live stream I'm doing on StreamYard and stuff like that. It took a while to even get to this point.
Yeah.
So if I go over to another country and say, okay, I'm trapped here, I'm just gonna do YouTube, it may take another 2 years before I really start to really make money off of YouTube.
You better make it work.
Yeah, you better do something.
I
You're right.
I just
You better make it work. Yeah, you make it work. Yeah,
you better make it
but
work.
but one thing I always do when I travel, like to Colombia, I always make sure that I have, like a lot of reserves. You know what I'm saying, just in case if something goes wrong, because
Mm.
things do go wrong. Like I was over there the last year. I was over there in October. They got so much rain until they was having landslides. So they was telling me, so, oh, well, we don't know. We're going to get you back to the airport because the landslide is wiping out the roads. What do? You're stuck there.
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
but
You don't want to ever be stuck somewhere.
against your
It
will.
happens. It happens. I know somebody that was stuck in Colombia when they
For how
had the
long?
riots. Man, for weeks. And there was one guy that was in Cali. Well, you remember when they had the uprising, the protests? They got really, really bad. You remember? It was like civil unrest that was happening there. And he was trapped in Cali, and they was having marches and stuff, and just things was just falling apart. And he said he had to sneak. He had to get a taxi driver, and he had to pay that taxi driver to get him out of there at night because there were police, there were people on the streets. There was like, oh, it was bad. It was real bad. So
So
he
wait,
was
so oh, I want to know this story. Wait, so he was in the middle of the street at night, and everybody was protesting, and he needed
no, he was
doctor.
looking out of his hotel. He was looking at his hotel room, man, just watching. I mean, can you imagine watching a city go through unrest, like throwing bottles and people, like tear gas and all that type of stuff that you be seeing on TV? Yeah,
I'm not
yeah,
trying to
that's
laugh.
what
I'm
I
not trying to
saw.
laugh. I'm sorry, but go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to laugh. Go ahead.
And watching people get killed right in front of you. Oh, I'm sorry. People get deleted right in front of you.
Oh wow. Oh, he said he went through that.
Yeah, he was a Kelly. He was stuck there. He couldn't
Oh,
get
so
out.
what did he do? He called a taxi driver up to pick him up so he could.
No, no, no. What saved him, and he knew Spanish very well too. He had to go from place to place. It's like, hey, do you know anybody that could get me out of here, get me to the airport? But it was too dangerous to go to the airport because they had major roadblocks everywhere. He was stuck there, but he wasn't safe either. So he had to
Okay,
get a
no,
cab driver, huh?
but okay, this is what I just want to know the story because I like good. I like stories like the entertaining stories.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay, but he said that so he didn't feel safe in his Airbnb or hotel room. He didn't
No,
feel
he
safe.
wasn't safe. It wasn't safe there. I mean, you can look out of your window and see tear gas and police and people like throwing cocktail bottles and all that type of stuff. Can you imagine that?
Yeah. Okay. So was he in the Airbnb?
Yes, he was in his
Okay.
Airbnb.
Okay.
Yes.
So all that's going down around him, and he's scared that
All that
he's
was
gonna
going
lose.
right. And you hearing this stuff. It's just like, are you in the United States right now?
Yeah.
Just imagine you hearing people like, you hearing like a war zone outside of your house.
Yeah. It's
And it's
going to get
and,
you.
and there's crowds of people and stuff going up and just all in the streets and stuff. Just imagine seeing something like that.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Like if almost like if it was like this, if it was like how they be rioting. People be rioting and stuff, and stealing and
Yeah,
breaking into
looting,
stores,
robbing,
breaking
all that stuff. Yeah, just
breaking into stores and stuff like that.
yeah, yeah. There you go. A riot. Yeah, like a riot. That's what it
Okay.
was. He said,
Okay.
he said, I
So then
got
he
to get.
called. So then eventually he kept calling taxi drivers, and what did taxi drivers do?
No, during the daytime, he went from place to place. He went to like barbershops and stuff like that, and he was asking people, "I need somebody to get me out of here, get me back to the airport." And he's going from place. He finally met somebody that hooked him up with somebody that could take him to the airport. But he had to pay him extra though. And then when they was
Okay.
driving, he had to do it at night, not during the day. So he was in the back seat, like like down where nobody could see him. And
Okay.
he,
Cause see, this is okay, but this is the only thing I say. Why was he? If was he a black man, white man, what?
this was a white man.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, that can kind of make sense. Okay.
Yeah,
So he was in the back seat, like hiding away, to try to get out of there. I don't. Why was it such an issue for people to take him to the airport? Was it that much
because
unrest with the taxi system? With
because
the
it was
taxi system?
dangerous. It was dangerous, and most of the roads were closed. They were closed.
Oh, see now you didn't. Okay, now it makes. So now you're saying okay. I see what you're
Yeah,
saying
they
now.
were
Now,
closed. They were
now, see now
closed.
that you. Okay, now I get it because you just said
Yeah,
that
you
that
were
was the issue.
trapped. Yeah, you were trapped.
Okay, transportation was down.
Yeah, transportation was down. You couldn't go anywhere. You were stuck there.
Oh, okay. So eventually you met, and then he was able to get to the airport and get out of there.
Yeah, yeah. Well, he found somebody to get him out. And while he was driving on his way to the airport, you could hear all the commotion from the outside. Yeah, it was bad. Yeah, that was scary. Yeah, that's scary, bro.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I just so yeah, because I mean like yeah, I get it now. Yeah, I mean you had to get up out of there. I wonder
And
were they trying
DC
to
brought
attack? Were they trying to attack the taxi or no?
no, thank God he made it there. He made it there. The taxi driver, whatever like I said, he had to pay somebody special to get him out. Another tax. I don't know if he was a taxi driver, whatever, but someone got him out before things really got bad there in the area that he was. He was in a bad area too, so he had to get out of there.
Oh,
It was,
okay. I
it
see
was
what you're
not
saying.
safe for him. I
Oh,
mean,
okay, I
people
see
could
what you're
come in.
saying.
Some people could come into your Airbnb and knock the door down, drag you out in the street. You know what I'm saying?
No, no. I mean, yeah. I mean, they could do that. I definitely
Yeah,
probably at that. Especially if you're like if you're like a Caucasian man, something different. They might see you as an easier lick.
yeah. I never will forget that. And then DC Boy Rob was in Medellin during that time, and he was on his way to the store, and there was like a crowd of people came towards him, and it was police and all that stuff, and it was tear gas going everywhere. Yeah, yeah, I'm serious. That was scary. You
Hey,
don't believe me,
hey,
don't you? You don't believe me, don't you?
no, 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 no. I'm sorry, viewers. I'm not trying to laugh, but my humor sometimes gets the best of me. So, he's saying, so he's stuck in, so he's stuck in the grocery store, and then he said that it was like the police versus the rioters, everybody's fighting or whatever, and then tear gas goes everywhere.
It was chaos everywhere. You never experienced nothing like that before, haven't you? Not no
No,
riot, nothing like
but
that.
it just sounds like because you know how we like talk about the deep state and stuff. Like it just sounds like something off of a movie. Like you just fight
But
for your
but
life.
but 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 it's really bad when it happens in a foreign country, though. You see them. I mean,
True. Yeah,
maybe,
because you're you're
but
you're,
but
you're
when
in
you
it.
in the DR or somewhere, when stuff like that happens, you don't know what to do. You
No,
could be
because
you, you,
you're
you could be
outside of your comfort.
deleted,
You're outside your comfort zone.
right? And it's
Yeah.
dangerous.
No,
I mean,
no.
just
So I
just
get
imagine,
why I
just
get
imagine.
I get why the I don't know
Yeah,
that guy's name, but the guy at Airbnb, like how he felt the way he felt. So you know what? I gotta get out my Airbnb because at the end of the day, like I'm in a foreign land. I'm uncomfortable. I don't know this place, etc. And then you guys
you're
come attack.
you're not in America, bro. Anything goes. When you're in the country, when martial law and all that stuff start to happen, and they block off the roads that you can't get back to the airport. Yeah, you think that's funny? That's scary.
I'm sorry, hey y'all. I'm sorry, Tone. I'm sorry, audience. I'm not laughing. All right. I'm not. It's not a funny situation, but I'm just thinking about it. Like, God dang. That's all I'm doing. I'm sorry.
Yeah, yeah, it's bad. Yeah, and then when he was outside, it was so much tear gas it made him like cough and everything. He had to go back into his hotel. It was bad. I remember
Why?
it
Oh,
was.
you
It
said about
happened.
D. You said about DC Young DC. Who you say? DC Young Rob.
DC Boy Rob. Yeah, I remember when he showed the video. He was on his way walking somewhere. Next thing you know, we see this like crowd of people, protesters and police and stuff with riot gear and all that stuff. Then all of a sudden, all this tear gas just came out of nowhere, and he choked on it. It was that bad.
Now I would choke on it. Yeah, all that tear gas. Yeah, I don't blame you.
Yeah, yeah. So think about that. If you're not used to nothing like that, that could be very scary.
Yes,
You know,
that
it could
is
be.
absolutely. I see what you're
Yeah.
saying. Yeah.
I mean, maybe you could, and just think about it. That would be culture shock here too. If you're never not used to nothing like that.
Absolutely. If you, yeah, I never like. I mean, I was, when the Rodney King, not the Rodney. I'm sorry, that's your name.
Yeah, Rodney
When
King is a good example. Yeah.
when the George Floyd riots was happening, like, I wasn't downtown, but downtown was getting torn up, and
Yep. Yeah.
I can only imagine if it came to my doorstep. Yeah, I'll be scared.
Yeah,
I'll
but
be like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. If it
yeah,
came to your doorstep, the guy that was in Cali, he came to his doorstep because he could literally
oh,
look
wow.
outside and see what was going on. People getting beat down and everything. It was bad. That was back in 2016, 17, I think it was.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was.
he should make a little movie about that.
Yep. So what I'm saying is, when you want to expat somewhere and live somewhere, those are the things you got to consider. You know what I'm saying? Safety. That's what I mean. Safety is extremely important.
Oh,
That's the, that's
absolutely.
that's the number one thing.
You got any more? While we're talking about it, do you have any more like dangerous type of foreign stories that you've heard from other guys who
Um,
told you?
not really. Not too many foreign danger stories. You just have to be careful, man. You just have to
But you,
be,
you, you
be
do have that story where you were saying you were in a taxi one time and you had the camera
yeah,
recording you.
yeah,
Tell
yeah,
them that. Tell them that one.
yeah, yeah. That was one thing you never want to do is always have something expensive on you or something that somebody would want to take. Never do that. Never have like expensive phones or anything that's out or anything that they may want because I don't know if y'all remember a YouTuber. I think he's still around. His name is Obi Land, and he did a story about. Matter of fact, he interviewed a robber that steals phones, and he said that in Medellin, he said that an iPhone can pay for somebody's salary for a month. Put food on the table, pay someone's salary like a month's salary.
That's
So
more
that's
than a month's salary, but go ahead.
not salary, but pay for his bills for a month. It's very valuable. Put it like that.
Yeah, yes. It's more
And
so than it is here.
right, and so
It's
that's why
like walking around with a Rolex every day or
right,
something. Yeah.
and that's why he became a career criminal. He said, "I make more money stealing phones than working." So that's how he does all day. Is steal phones. But the thing is, with the cab driver, is that I was on my way back from the hotel back to the airport, and me and him was just chopping it up. You know what I'm saying? And Colombia has very beautiful landscaping. And on the way back to the airport, I took my camera out, and I wanted to get some more landscaping. Some more videos. And then he just looks over at the camera, and he became very focused on the camera. And then he started asking questions like, how much you pay for it? How much it's worth? What does it connect to? And he said, how much did you spend for a camera like that? How much? You know, like he was like he was interested, really kept asking me questions because it's a GoPro camera. I showed you guys, this is it right here. This is a GoPro camera I got. This is the camera I had in my hand. And he wanted to know, because this is what I do content with. This camera right here, this little small camera right here. And he kept asking and asking. And then I got this feeling, a very uncomfortable feeling. Like he actually is trying to determine how much this camera is really worth. So the Holy Spirit told me, put the camera away and just put it in your pocket. So I took the camera and I put it in my pocket. And then I had to try to convince him that the camera was cheap. It was worthless. I only paid like $25 for it. But I think he was going to take that camera.
Yeah,
If you thought,
sorry, go ahead.
so, if that would have been like an iPhone or something like that, he would have went for it. And I felt something. I mean, when I was in the I felt very uncomfortable. I got this feeling like, okay, you know what? Something said just put the camera away. Because he kept like looking at it, kept looking at it, looking at it, looking at it, looking at it. How much you pay for it? How much it costs? What does it connect to? I said, what do you mean it connect to? And he was like, mm, so you must have really spent some pretty good money on that camera, didn't you? He just kept asking me questions about the camera over and over again. Like he was really like, and then the look on his face like changed. Like he went from this like um like happy type of, well, he went from this like friendly, open type of guy to this like, you can see it in his eyes, like, oh, it's like a predator, like you know, you about to, you need to put the camera away. So it's like walking in the neighborhood when you know that somebody's stalking you to be robbed. And see, we was in the middle of nowhere too, where we were going. I was like, because I heard stories about people getting robbed by cat taxis. Yep, they get robbed by taxis, and yep, and they get dumped off out of nowhere, in the middle of nowhere. There was a
Yeah,
guy that there was a guy that was robbed for his iPhone from a taxi. Yep, he pulled out a knife and said, "I want that phone." So I'm not here to fear bunker or anything like that, but you just have to be aware of your surroundings. That's very important. And I like to
yeah,
be in a place where I feel
yeah.
safe. In Colombia, lately, I don't feel safe there anymore like I used to. So me
Yeah.
talking, because I was looking at retiring there. Matter of fact, there was a guy named Kevin I was talking to. He's like a real estate agent, really good guy. And we was looking at some condos. We was looking at, so, maybe Cartagena would be a good place for you to live. And you know, um, Matizales is a good place to live. There's so many different places that you could live there. It's beautiful. Or you can move to San Andreas. They got condos there. But I want to go to.
No, yeah. So, no, yeah. I was gonna say that what you said, like the look on his face was like the of like a lion hunted the gazelle, getting ready to pounce.
Yeah, yeah,
It was
yeah,
like, but maybe his eyes got a little bit big, huh?
yeah, yeah. His eyes got like really shiny and stuff. You know, and
It's,
sometimes, sometimes they try to fish out information out of you too, like how much you pay for the chicas. You know,
ah,
uh, and so if you start talking about, oh yeah, I spend, you know, um, 600,000 pesos on these chicas and stuff and everything, the more you make yourself look like a target, the more likely they will try to rob you.
when you put the phone away in your pocket, did he kind of like calm down a little bit?
Yeah, he calmed down. Yeah, because I told him that the camera was worthless. I said, "Oh, this is worthless. This is only like $25. This is just like my little camera phone, you know." And I have like when I go there, I have like a really cheap phone that I take with me when I go there, like a little burner phone, like worthless that they wouldn't want. Matter of fact, his phone looked better than mine. That's what you want. You want their phone to look better than yours.
And I
Yeah,
absolutely have your main phone, but have your backup burner phone, and keep keep
yeah,
keep keep your main phone back at the hotel.
yeah, yeah. Keep it back at the hotel. Never, never, never carry an iPhone, and that's no matter where you go.
Oh, you know what? I have a story for you, and I forgot talking about my. This is my first time going to Brazil. I was on
Oh
the beach. This,
yeah.
this, was- this was the second. This was the second to last day. Brazil. It was a beautiful day on the beach.
Uh
I
huh.
set up shop. I was going to meet a guy there, but I got there much before he did, and
Okay.
so there was like a group of kids. It had to be at least five, six, seven of them, and their ages range from like probably like 12 all the way up to like in their 20s. Okay, so there was a few grown men in there as well,
Right.
and so the I was sitting on the beach, and then I was calling my friend like, man, where you at? Where you at? Mistake number one, speaking English.
Right.
This number one. So one of the kids looked up and said, "Ah, you speak English." Basically, surprised I'm speaking English. They just starts kind of questioning, trying to get friendly with me, right?
Uh
And
huh.
then he's looking at me and all that. And so his other friend starts to join in, right? And mind you, so there's a couple kids in the back, and the rest of the the young the young men are in the front,
Hmm.
like on the beach, right? So I'll
Right.
say they were probably the two ones who were speaking to me were probably like 2 feet away from me, and the others were probably like 10 feet away. So just with just how do you- how do you just from earshot, so they couldn't really hear, right? Because I was
Okay.
keeping my voice low, right? So they
Okay.
haven't really they haven't really the bigger kids, so to speak, the bigger men hadn't really spotted me yet. So I was speaking to two young kids, and so just from earshot. And so, yeah, so they're kind of speaking with me and stuff, and I'm starting to get uncomfortable because now the kids who are the men who are in front of me looking back, they're like looking back, looking at me and whatever, and seeing that I have an iPhone in my hand, and they're looking at
Hmm.
the iPhone, they're looking at the iPhone, looking at me, look at the iPhone,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
look at the
Yep.
iPhone, look at me, and so I could tell they was in deep thought.
Right.
Oh shit! So I called my friend, like, man, where you at? Get your ass over here. Get your ass over here, right? Get over here. Get over here. Get over here. And then, so I'm telling him, because now I'm in a state of panic. I say, okay, let me just grab my chair and just post up somewhere else. So I
Okay.
try to grab the chair, and one of the kids grabs the chair and says, "Iso," which means in Portuguese, like, this is mine, right? Like,
Okay.
so here,
Okay.
here I am, kind of, don't want to get in a tugging war because the group in front of me is not really paying attention to me, right? Because mind you, this is a group of favela kids, so kids from the ghetto, right? So
Yeah.
they're not really paying attention to me. They kind of are, but kind of are, kind of let it go, whatever. But I'm not trying to make a scene, and try to like pull it and whatever, right? So I'm
Uh-huh.
laughing it off, laughing it off, laughing it off with them. And so I said, you know what, fuck. So I couldn't go, so I sat back down, and then the guy reaches for my phone, and I'm like, oh shit. So am I? And I mind you, right, when he reaches for my phone, I flinch at him, like, get off my phone. He falls back all scared and stuff. And I thought when I did that, I shit you not, because it was out of instinct. I wasn't like I was acting off of instincts. I wasn't even acting off of anything else because I knew I was in a sticky situation. So when I did that, I thought I messed up. I thought, oh shit, I'm about to get jumped here. They're about to rob me for my phone because I just. But they were kind of when the kid fell back, he was kind of laughing it off, and I was laughing it off, trying to play it off and stuff. And mind you, the kids, the men in the front are not really paying attention. You know what I'm saying? They're kind of, but they're not
Right.
really involved with it, right? So eventually, I call my friend, like, man, get over here now. So eventually I see him come down the beach, and I wave him over. Hey, hey, go over here, get over here. So he comes over, and you should have seen all the kids start scattering like flies back to the main group in the front. Just start scattering like flies, like roaches. They
Hmm.
go to the group in the front with one extra guy there. And I told him, like, bruh, we got to get out of here. And then I said, "Nah, did you hear me? I was serious." He said, no, I could tell, but because he said he could tell by the tone of my voice that I was serious. Like, cause I really was. I was in a, internally, I was panicking because I'm like, oh shit, because I've heard the stories in Brazil where they snatch phones, and I made a mistake of first of all speaking English when I shouldn't
Yeah.
have, and then I had my phone out when
Hmm.
I should have just stepped away and did it or something like that. But yeah, so that's where I kind of blame me at. And mistake number three, I should have just walked. I mean, the chair was only what, like three or four US bucks. I should have just walked away. Left the chair.
Yeah.
Okay, left the chair. Fine. Take my backpack and walk away. You can have the chair. I don't care. You can have it. It's only 3 or 4
Yeah.
bucks. Let me have it. But I stayed there because I'm like, oh, fuck. But so those are the mistakes that I made. So yeah, that's my story when I kind of got in a sticky situation.
Right. 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 So they didn't take that iPhone then, didn't they?
No, so when the kids had to reach for it, I like, because I knew that if had I it's like, because he was basically shit testing me, right? He grabbed the chair and saw I didn't do anything, so I guarantee you in his mind, said, okay, I can try this guy, I can try this guy. Let me try to get his phone and see if he'll give it to me. I guarantee you, if I didn't have that grip on my phone and I didn't flinch at him and I gave it to him to see, okay, so then I guarantee you it would have been a problem for me trying to get it back.
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
would have
That.
he would have he would have either try to toss it into his friends or like not want to give it back or etc. You know what I'm saying? I knew that. I said because as soon as he reached for, because my hand was on my phone, like it was already gripping my phone really hard. So I already knew, like, because something could happen. And when he tried to reach for it in a joking way, like, and try to reach for it, I knew. I said, nah, get me back up. and I flinched. I think either I pushed him or flinched at him real quick. I think I kind of flinched and pushed him back a little bit. He fell back on the grass, and he fell back on the grass. But I knew that had I gave up that, like, just say that I would have been like joking with him, like, here's the phone, right? I guarantee you, it would have been a problem for me getting it back. He wouldn't have just gave it back. He
Okay.
would have took that phone and gave it to one of his friends, or just took it for himself, and that would have been that.
Right. Right. Right.
You
Yeah.
know, and that
Yeah.
so that was yeah. I had to at least be a group of like 6 or 7 guys, and
Right.
3 or 4 of them had to be about 18 plus, and the other ones were like in their teens. So these were some men in there,
Yeah.
and so I knew
It's,
that. I said I'm in this bad situation, so yeah. But as soon as the guy came over and walked over, they started scattering like roaches back to the main group.
yeah.
And that's
It's
one
some,
thing that I noticed about at least Brazilian men. I don't know about in Colombia. They're not really confrontational men in the sense that they'll fight you one on one.
yeah, that's what I heard. That
Typically
guy
they're
told
gonna,
me.
yeah, typically they're gonna jump you or get a knife or something, like just tell you give it up, or but if it came man to man, one on one, let's fight. They don't really that's not really in their culture to do that.
Okay.
Um, they kind of back down. And then mind you, we was still outnumbered when he came. Like it was not like and it was funny because when he had came over, he had a tank top on. He's like, he's a big, a hefty dude. So it was like, a guy with a black tank top on, walking black tank top and like stocky and big. He was like 200 something pounds, and with that tank top on, it just like I saw the reaction. Like, oh shit, I don't want none of this. And so
Yeah. Yeah.
they went, they went,
Yeah.
yeah,
Wow. Wow. That was a sticky situation there, man. I'm glad
it
you
was,
came.
it
I'm
was
glad you didn't get hurt or nothing.
like that look you talk about where that guy was looking like he was a predator. The look that guy sitting in that chair, or that group of ahead of me sitting in that chair, when they looked back, was a look of like it wasn't a look of prey, but it was a look of like I could tell in their mind they're thinking about that phone. Like they're looking at me, looking at the phone, like this guy
Yeah.
really got an iPhone in here. Like he looking at me, looking at the phone, type of deal. I'm like, oh shit.
Hmm.
But
Yeah.
one thing that I give myself credit for was, for the most part, I didn't like. I was able to like play along with it, right, until help came, right. I didn't get upset. I didn't like, really, other than that moment, right. And oh, sorry, one more thing too. When I was on the phone, I'm telling them like, get over here now, and they hear me speaking English too. They're still looking at me, like they're still looking at me, looking at the phone, looking at me speaking English, stuff like that. So the whole group, the group in front of me, and the boys who was right across from me. So like, yeah. So, but I do commend myself for, at the very least, being able to stay relatively calm and not just panic out of there, because you know, if those guys wanted to, they could have just beat me and beat me, jumped me, taken my phone, and that would have been that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
That could have been a very it could have been a really bad situation there. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad that you survived that. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
I'm
And
glad
so
that you was okay.
it goes back. Well, it goes back to your point of, don't have an expensive phone there. Get you a burner Android phone.
Yeah.
And you do
Yeah.
it because, one, it's more conspicuous, and two, if you do end up losing it, at least you lose a cheap phone.
Yeah. There's something about those iPhones that people just find, Latin America, they find very valuable. They find those phones extremely valuable, and not only just in Colombia, but other places too, like in Africa and different places. I bet you too. You have to be careful in the Dominican Republic, walking around with an iPhone. But I would never bring no iPhone nowhere where I go. I keep that stuff at home. You know,
Yeah, so you don't bring it to your Airbnb,
I usually get a hotel with a safe. That's
so
what
you
I
don't
do.
bring it to your hotel.
Yeah, yeah. The hotel always have a safe, a good safe. I put all my stuff, my passport, everything goes into that safe. I never carry my passport around. Never, 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 never,
Oh yeah,
never,
never, never. That's
never.
that's 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 valuable.
Yeah, that's valuable. So I keep that. Matter of fact, I wouldn't even get a hotel room if it doesn't have a safety deposit box. It must have a safety deposit box, and it must be a good reputable hotel. The hotel I used to go to in Colombia takes care of me all. They're very good people. I never had nothing stolen or anything. Um, Sometimes I even left money on my dresser, and the cleaning people that comes and makes the beds and all that, they don't take it. Just leave it right there. Yeah. So I've never
No, no,
had no.
no. I'm saying that you don't bring it. You don't bring your iPhone with you. Put it in the safe deposit box in the
Well,
hotel.
well, I don't have an iPhone. I do have a Samsung phone like this one right here. This phone. This is a Samsung phone. I don't know if y'all can see it. I usually
Yeah.
carry this phone. I usually carry two phones. This phone, and I carry like a really cheap phone. But this phone here is like my backup phone. I put it in my safe deposit box, and I only use this phone in case of emergencies. Now, sometimes I may take it out to listen to some music or something, listen to YouTube or something. But as far as carrying it around, um, I usually, when I do have to carry this phone around, I have a pouch. I have a special pouch that I keep on around my side, and I put my shirt right over it that you can't even see, you don't even notice it there. So I have my phone, my passport, because when you're coming from the airport, when coming from the airlines going to the airport, I keep all my stuff in a little pouch where nobody can see it. And just as soon as I get to the hotel, I take most of that stuff off the pouch and put it in the safe deposit box. Yeah,
No. Yeah. Yeah. I wish more Airbnbs have a safe deposit box, but they don't. So another alternative is to bring travel safe with you.
yeah, yeah.
It's not
But
it's not actually mounted into the wall or anything, but at least or it's not actually like outside, but it could do the same trick.
yeah, I usually have I like the safe deposit box much better, because the one that I use that they have is very secure. It never had no problems with any theft or anything like that. But a lady did steal a bottle of juice out of my room.
You said bottle of juice out of where?
Yeah, she stole the bottle of juice out of my room. I went to the store, got a bottle of cranberry juice, and it was gone. she
Yeah,
would, she wouldn't take the money, but she wouldn't take the money, but she took the cranberry juice. That was crazy. There,
well, and you just pretty fortunate.
yeah, yeah. I was mad though because I want some cranberry juice.
Yes, you could say it could be a lot worse. It could be a lot worse because the guys get their whole life savings
Yeah,
taken. So if
yeah,
all that happened to you, all your years of traveling is a bottle of juice, consider yourself fortunate, man.
yeah. I got something I want to share with you guys on this live. This is one of the main features of the live I want to talk to you about. I want to keep you on too. I want to listen to this. I got 5 steps that would make a Latina Colombian woman fall in love with you from a Mac. Okay, you know I'm a Mac, right?
You talking to me or the audience?
I used to be a Mac, right?
Oh, I believe it. I believe it.
Okay, I'm gonna
They
give
call
you
you Tone.
five.
They call you Tone. I know.
Okay, I will give you 5 steps that will make a woman, a Colombian woman, fall in love with you, a Latino woman fall in love with you. Y'all want those 5 steps?
Let's
that's
hear them.
that was on the thumbnail I posted, for this video. Do you want to know? Do y'all
Yeah.
want in the chat? Let me know if you want to know in the chat. Okay, I'm gonna start. Okay, I'm gonna give you 5 steps that will make a woman, a Colombian Latino woman, fall in love with you. Okay, he said yes, yes. Okay, I'm gonna start from 5, and then we're gonna go all the way count down to 1. Okay, and I want you to stay here too, Smooth Life. Because you really add a lot of sauce to the conversation. Okay, this is the first thing that you have to do. The number one thing, I mean, not the number one, but I'm going to go from number five, then I'm going to go to number one, which is going to be the main thing that's going to make them fall in love with you. The first thing is learn the language. They love it when you know the language. Even in Brazil, it's something about when you speak to them in their own language, it's like their faces just light up. Do you notice that? Smooth Life?
Yeah, you at least attempt to. It's and it's flattering. It's very wholesome to them. They love it.
Yeah, they
It's like
love it, especially if you're a gringo. Yeah, they love it, especially if you're a foreigner. They love it when you talk because it's like, oh wow, you're a foreigner and you took time to learn my language. Oh my God, that is great. You know, they find that.
I think it's also more of like, well, I don't want to, because I know you got to get through them, but real quick, I think it's they find it cute. They find, oh, he's trying to actually, he's really trying, and they find it very wholesome and cute.
Yeah, yeah, they find it very cute. Yes. So the number five is make sure. I mean, what I'm telling you, you don't have to exactly speak Spanish fluently, but if you know that if they know that you're trying, that's still a turn on. Because one thing I found out too, what they do sometimes is that they try to communicate with you of what you already know instead of give you something new. I noticed they do that. Like this girl here that you see here on my video right here, um, she speaks no English at all. But when I spoke to her in her own language in Spanish, she was like, "Wow, like look at where she's looking." You know what I'm saying? She was like, "Oh my God, I like this guy. You know, he's not a waste of my time."
Yeah, yeah, exactly, exactly.
Yeah, she's very comfortable and everything like that. And on converse with her, like I said, I don't know how to speak Spanish fluently, but I do know how to have a decent, maybe a small conversation. And then if it's something that I really don't understand, and then what I do is I get my translator and then I go from there. But even if they see that you're trying, you know, that's a big step there. You know what I'm saying? I'm just making a toast with her and everything. Okay. So that's number five. I'm gonna tell you guys what's number four. Number four, this is what they really, really like. Dress really well. They like a clean man. That is a big turn off. If you're dirty with bad hygiene, it's a turn off to them. They for some reason they love a man that's clean with a nice clean shirt, nice clean pants, nice shoes. It had to be nothing expensive. I'm not saying you have to dress up like a suit, but just be real clean about yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because I know when before I have guests, I go take a shower and I put on some nice deodorant, nice, and they can smell the deodorant too. It's something about their sense of smell. They have very strong sense of smell.
When you
You
say,
know,
real quick, are you saying women in general or just Latin women in particular?
Latin American women do. They do. They take that cleanliness extremely seriously, especially if they want to be intimate with you. You know what I'm saying? When I get up, like if my plane lands and I'm going back to the hotel, if I'm having company that night, first thing I do is go take a shower, put on some clean clothes, and put on some nice deodorant, maybe just a little. They like cologne too, not too much, but a little scented cologne. And they be like, "Oh my God, that smells good." You know, they react to it very positively. So your appearance and everything really means a lot. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all probably already know this, but I just want to tell you this anyway. Okay, number three, they love to eat. Do you notice that? Smooth Life?
Yeah, I only spent a couple weeks in Brazil, and DR was 10 plus years ago.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I could see it. Yes, go ahead. Speak on
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, they love to eat, man. I mean, it's like when you take them to a nice meal or something like that, they like to eat. It's like, like for example, I had a Colombian female and I took her and we got some hamburgers. You know, she loved cheeseburgers. And man, when she sucked her teeth into that cheeseburger, man, she was just so happy. She was like, she was doing like this, like, Or then they like when you cook for them too. If you cook for them, believe me, they really love that when you cook for them. You cook the Colombian food for them. You take them to the store with you. You get the stuff, whatever it is, ingredients. You tell them to get their ingredients, and you go back to your Airbnb and you fix. Man, when you fix them dinner, man, they look at you like, wow. They fall in love with you for doing stuff like that. You'll keep them for, you'll keep them for life if you cook for them, or either take them and get them something to eat. They like to eat.
Well, I think what that does is, in these countries, for a man to take them out like that, it's a wowing factor. Wow, because dealing with the local man, I'm sure a lot of them don't do it as often, nowhere near as often as what an American man can.
Right, because most of it.
You
I
go,
mean, I'm not saying going, wine and diner. I'm saying something or anything like that. I ain't talking about that, but just sometimes take them out to a really nice dinner. I mean, this is for somebody that you chilling with. This is your boo. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that you've been kicking it with for a while. That you come there and see on a pretty consistent basis. So these are the things that you'll do something like that for. But they love when you cook for them, and they love to get something to eat. I don't know what it is about it, but that's another thing, another step that will help you very, very much. Okay, I'm coming to number two. Okay, this is very important. This is the very important one. Always, always, guys, always compliment them about their looks. They love it when you do that. They love it. Like, for example, let's say if she's in the bathroom and she's putting the makeup on, they do this a lot in Colombia. They put their makeup on, and they're so feminine. They're very, very, very feminine. They be getting their hair like this one right here. She gets her hair done. She beats in the mirror a lot, and she touches her hair and everything. And then when she comes over, they say, "Oh wow, you look beautiful, bonita, bonita, muy bonita." They like that. They like that. You make them smile like that. Like I'm telling her, "Oh, bonita, you're beautiful." They like when you do stuff like that. It makes them feel good. It makes them feel secure. You know what I'm saying? It makes them feel pretty because they're really into their looks. You understand that, Smooth Life? Do you agree? You're so quiet,
yeah,
Smooth Life.
yeah. No, I agree with that. Yeah, it does. Like I made something right earlier in this live stream. I said something. I said it's like water off a duck's ass in the United States. You give a woman a compliment, but you do it. I'm sure you do it overseas. They take it better. You get
They
more
take it
response.
better, right? Yeah, yeah. You're
More
right. They take
positivity.
it better. They take it much, much, much better overseas. They do it. And let me tell you something else. Do not ever do this. Do not do this in front of a Latina. Do not do this in front of a Latina. I'm sounding like what's his name? Who's that guy that be repeating himself like that?
Who?
The African guy. What's his name? He be talking about snow bunnies and all that type of stuff. Stand with your own race and stuff like that. What is his name? Y'all remember who I'm talking about? He repeats himself over and over again. Who's that guy?
I'm not sure.
I can't think of his name. Come on, you guys help me. But anyway, he repeats himself over and over again. But I'm telling you this is very important. Do not compliment another woman in front of them. Never do that. Especially doing it to a Brazilian. Never, never do that. That was the guy that did that on 90 Day Fiance. Boy, she was mad at him.
Hey, but a little. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
you never compliment another female in front of the female that you're with. Never do that. Because one thing about Latinos, they want to feel that they own, you all to, you just for them only. They're very possessive. They can be very, very possessive. Go ahead, say what you was going to say.
Here's the thing though about that.
Omar Johnson, yeah, Omar Johnson. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, sir. All right, go ahead. Yes, Omar Johnson. Go ahead.
I'm not sure who that is, but one thing about I'll say that, and this guys may say this is counterproductive, but Latinas they do like, and women for women in general, they do like a player man, but in sprinkles, meaning you don't throw it in their face 24/7. But if to me, it makes them go crazier over you when they know their man can get another man. I mean, excuse me, when they know their man can get another woman, it makes them go crazy a little bit in
Yeah,
the sense that not too
yeah,
much. Don't act like Mac Daddy, but if you know when to pick your spots and make them think, it will be something where you would like it because she that it'll let you know how much she actually likes you.
yeah, yeah,
I'll say that though too.
yeah. They'll let you know how much they like you. But like I said, if you at a restaurant and you sit at a table and let's say another female waitress comes to that table, she's cause those girls are very attractive. There's some beautiful women down there. Man, I met some waitresses. I was like, oh my god, if I went with this, if I went to one I'm with now, man, I'll try to holler at you. But um, don't ever like compliment this. Oh wow, you got beautiful hair. When you sitting there with your date, with your girl, that you're chilling with your girl, but they don't like that, and that would turn into a big argument. It would turn into a really big argument. They don't like you complimenting other women in front of them, especially with them.
Well, not on the first date, but yes.
I mean, even on the first date, they don't like that.
No, I
They
say
don't
not
like
on
that.
the first date. Not I say don't do it on the first date.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So
Okay.
always pick
What's
them
number
for.
one?
You're not gonna believe what number one is. You're not going to believe what number one is. You're not gonna believe what number one is. Take a lucky guess. You're not gonna believe it. Now this will
I,
get you in the door,
I,
and you guys ain't gonna believe it what it's gonna be. Y'all not gonna believe what it's gonna be.
I'm not sure.
This works every single time. So I'm giving y'all my 5 steps of being a master Mac. All right, this is my master plan of being a Mac, and this has been done over and over and over and over again. Okay, hiring everybody, guru, all y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all this. This is the number one thing that will cause her to really fall in love with you. On romantic nights, like on Sundays, when y'all just chilling, it's raining outside. You know what I'm saying? On those Sunday nights where you just want to chill going into the week. You know what I'm saying? On those romantic nights, play when y'all having something to drink and y'all just chilling, like what me and this young lady was just doing. We are just sitting back and just chilling, having some snacks, drinking. If you, for some reason, I don't know what it is, and I'm not making this up. I've been to Colombia multiple times, and I've done this back to back to back time, and it's worked every single time. These girls love old R&B music. I don't know what it is about it, but they're crazy about it. You're probably not gonna believe that. Smooth life.
Sorry, would you say one more time to hear what you say?
I said, what these women like, and I've tried this before, play some old R&B music, soul music. For
Mm-hmm.
some reason, they love that music. I don't know.
And,
They don't.
and
They
did
don't.
you ask? You said something smooth. Like, would you ask me?
No, I said, what do you think about that?
Absolutely. I was actually gonna name that if you didn't. I will say a bonus when you forgot. So I'm glad you actually named that. But what it is yeah, they like that they like that R&B. They like that because what it is like I don't know what it is, but
Yeah, what it is? Yeah,
it's just that Latin romance. They love like that. They
it
love
has
that
soul.
sensual
It has
shit.
that soul in it. Brother, the
Yeah.
type of music I'm talking about heroin, the blue notes, and the OJ. I'm talking about music probably your great grandfather used to listen to.
Oh my God, the blue notes. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
give,
that's
give,
old.
give, 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 give them some artists. Give 'em some artists, Tone. Give 'em some artists who they can play.
I'm talking about like Babyface. Okay, I'm talking about Hero and the Blue Notes. I'm talking about the OJ's. I'm talking about some old stuff from Rufus and Chaka Khan. I'm, I'm talking about maybe some Earth, Wind, and Fire, a little bit of that type. I don't know what it is about that music, even though they don't understand the words, but it does something to them. I don't know. It makes them, they be doing, like the one that you see here on this picture, she was doing like this when I was playing the music. I can't play the music. I wish I could play this video and let you hear the sound, but copyright, YouTube will get on you about copyright infringement, so I can't play the music. But if you look at it, I'm gonna play this. Look at the way how she was just like she was listening to the music and she was getting really into it. And then watch the way how she moves. Watch the way how she moves back and forth while I'm playing. I'm playing a song by the Jets. This is a 1983 tune called the group called the Jets.
Sorry.
Yeah, yes. And
Is
she
that
was
the is
like,
that
she
the
was doing
one?
like
I
this.
got a crush on you.
Yeah, 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 yes, yes, yes.
I
And
got a crush on
well,
you.
that's not the song I was playing, but it's another song called.
Yeah, but is it by
You,
that group?
it's about that group. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But I'm talking about like the slow jams. You know what I'm saying? The baby making jams. The one that got you into this world. Okay, you understand what I'm saying? Because if it wasn't for this music, a lot of you all wouldn't even be here. Did you know that? A lot of those songs were baby making music. You didn't know that, didn't you, Smooth Life? Let me see. Yep. R&B. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, yep, yep. That's it. That's it, Jay. Right. You got it right there. OJ's backstep. Yeah, 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 yep, yep. I don't know what it is about that music that they like, even though they can't understand the words. Sometimes I have to tell them the words a little bit. See, look at her. See, she's bopping to it. Yeah. And she's smiling at it. She likes it. And then what she did was she got up from her chair. She got up from her chair and we slow danced off that song. Ain't that something?
Hey, yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah. I say we
Let
slow dance. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
let me give y'all my top five. So y'all play some. So I give
Okay,
y'all
what's
some
your
games.
top five?
And
Okay,
I'm 24. No, I'm talking about the music. I'm
okay.
24. I'm 24.
Yes.
I'm listening. My dad is 64. Okay, so
Mhm.
I mean he grew up around all them cats, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, so what I would play is I'll be playing
Okay.
some Joe. I'll be
Yeah, Joe. Yes.
playing some Joe's my favorite. Joe's my favorite. I'll play some Joe. I'll play some Genuine. I'll play some.
Yeah, genuine. Yes,
I'll play.
yes, yeah, yes.
I'll play some Isley Brothers.
Isley Brothers. There you go. Yeah, yeah.
And I'll, I'll play some. I'll play some. Gosh, some Tank. I'll play some Tank. And then I don't know if I should go. I should really go a little bit more old school too. I could if I really want to. I'll play some Tank, and I'll play some Boys to Men. That's who I would play. Now I'm putting y'all on some game right now. If y'all, I know most of y'all probably older than me, but you know, at the end of the day, you put some of it because what it is, Tony, they get the message when you start playing it. They like that sensual romance, because
Yeah, yeah,
Latin
yeah,
Latin culture is an overall a sensual romance type of language. So when they can get jiggy with that, they're like, oh yeah, I can get jiggy with this. So yeah,
yeah.
y'all don't sleep on putting some. Oh, I'm sorry, and a bonus tip: put some Tyrese on. If you start putting some stuff on like that, I'm telling you, I've every if you start putting some stuff on like that,
Yes.
You in there.
Yes.
You you
Yeah.
you, you
I don't know. I don't know what it is about it that they like it so much like that, but they respond to it like really like I mean it's like they just be in another world. And
Me
and and,
too.
and, and they close their eyes like say, "Wow, you like this music," even though you don't understand the words, but you really like the music. You know what I'm saying? So they be doing like this and doing like that. And then after doing the song, I didn't have it on this video, but we got up and actually started slow dancing from that song
Oh
from the
wow.
OJ's from the OJ's. Don't you want to go? Don't you want to go to heaven? That's the jam. You
Wow.
gotta play that, bro. You gotta play that. You gotta play that song. Yeah.
What's it what's
Don't
it,
you
what's
want
it,
to go
what's
to
it called?
heaven?
What's it called?
By the OJ's. Don't you want to go to heaven? And that song was written
Yeah,
in the
but
'70s.
you're talking about Stairway. You're not talking about Stairway to Heaven, right?
Yeah, Stairway to Heaven. Yeah,
Yeah, it's like
yeah,
Stairway.
yeah.
Stairway
Way to
to
heaven, stairway to heaven. Yep, yep. Don't you wanna go? Don't you wanna go? Don't you
heaven. Don't
wanna
you wanna
go? Yeah,
go? But
yeah.
see, but hold on. Here's one thing that now we don't talk about this about what the now these are, I'm taking it a little bit different here. Some of the and I've heard this. Some of the Filipinas. So if you know anything about
Yes,
Filipino, they
yes.
love R&B. They
They
love
do. Yeah, yeah.
they
They
can
do.
sing
Yeah,
just like we can. And one thing they love R&B, and they'll start playing. They'll to put their love hooks in you. They'll start playing some R&B. You be like, "What you know about this?" And they start playing some R&B, and
yeah. They do.
that's how they
Yeah,
get you. That's how
yeah.
they get you.
That's
They
how they
start playing
get you.
some R&B, yeah, and then they start putting some R&B, and it starts taking you back. So they be running game in the Philippines too. I'm not sure if it's the same way in Latin America, although I do see some Latin women playing a lot of R&B music. But in the Philippines in particular, they do the same thing. They put that R&B on. They put it on your ass. They put that R&B on, and they start making they start making
Yes.
you get infatuated.
Yeah. Yeah. And then another thing that happened, she started turning me on to her music. And man, I'm gonna tell you, bro. Let me tell you, her music was the jam. She turned me on to some Colombian artists that I never heard of. I mean, she has very good taste in music, man. Yes. So you start listening to their music too, be like, damn, damn. So it was like a flow between both of us, you know. She's learning my culture, and I was getting into her culture.
What was she playing?
I can't remember the artist. I can't remember the art. I can't
Well, I
remember
mean,
their names.
was it like hip hop, R&B, reggaeton,
It was
Spanish? Like what's
it's,
that?
it was like it was like one of them. Before things like kind of like before we went into that real slow mode, she was playing some Colombian rap, some hip hop, Colombian hip hop. That sounded real good. There's one song called Poblado. She loves that song. You probably heard of it before. And there was another like salsa type of music, but it was really good music though. And it was just we just had a really good time, man. I just for women, man. That's why I'm glad. I would advise anyone that's on this live well, most of you are probably the ones that's on here. Get your passport, man. Get your passport. Get the hell out, because what I saw today, man,
What
just
what
made me depressed.
what made you depressed?
All these obese women here, man, just don't care about nothing.
Yeah.
I couldn't. It's like they just gave up, and I was like,
Yeah.
this.
Well, it is what it is.
I said, they used to.
I want to say one thing that I won't get too explicit. I'll watch my words, but I got to go after this. Is I don't know if it's the same way in Colombia, but at least in Brazil, how am I gonna say this? I don't want to. When you get intimate with a woman, the pace is much slower. I noticed that the pace is much
Yes,
slower.
yeah,
It's much slower. Like here in the States, we doing 10, 15 minutes and we're done, right? And over there, it could
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
intimacy can last 30, 40 hours, 2 hours. It can last throughout the whole night.
yeah, yeah,
Stop.
hell, yeah, yeah,
You start and you stop and you just chill or relax. You go
yeah,
back into it. It's very it's much. I don't know that you could maybe you could attest to that, but
yes,
uh, I noticed that it's much more. It's slower. It's not somewhere you just go once for a couple minutes and you get it off and that's it.
no,
You good for the rest. No,
no,
they
no,
expect it's a whole it's a movie. It's a whole journey. You start, you stop, you start, you stop, you start, you
yeah,
stop, and then you may get it out, and then you wither, and then you might get up again, and you start, and then you stop, and you start, and you stop. And it goes throughout the whole night like that.
yeah, yeah. Like this young lady here, everything went really slow, very slow. I mean, it's like, she may get up for what she is. They come over and they sit on your lap and they touch your hair, they touch your face, they touch your lips, you touch her hair. Like I loved her hair. Her hair was just, I loved to play in there. One thing about Colombian females, they got beautiful hair. The hair is very beautiful. I like the way it smells, smell like milk, you know. And like you said, it's like lasting foreplay. But here, you can't even get a smile. You can't get
No,
nothing. It's
like
like,
over
hurry,
here, over here, when you
hurry up,
when you get
hurry
intimate
up.
with a female,
I gotta go.
when
I
you
gotta go. Hurry up. Like,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Or it's like you get intimate. You're supposed to just go hard, right? And you just get it off, right? You're supposed to go hard and you get it off, right? Over
yeah,
there, over there, it's like it's no, it's different. It's overall the experience is much slower and it's overall more passionate because you're starting and you stop it and stuff like that. And it's you got to get used to that because like in the states, you like once you in it, right? You in it. You guys doing your thing, and then eventually you just you release, right?
right,
But
right.
over and it's more of like a one time thing over there. Nah, it's like it's much slower in the sense that like you
Yes,
go for hours at a time, starting and stopping, watching TV, going up again. It's definitely a different and actually and it's great. It's a great experience.
it's a great experience. It's the
I
best.
mean, you guys can. It's like, no, you're making me fantasize about overseas again. But
Yeah,
it's like I can't even. Tony, you know what I'm talking about? Is this the same way with Latin women all across?
I know exactly what you're talking about, man.
And
I
it's
know
it's and
exactly
it's
what you're
and it's
talking
and
about.
it and it's like you guys could be going in the shower, then you guys go into the couch and then watch TV, and then you guys do this, and you guys get back into it. It's I mean, it is literally like an experience, And like again, most guys don't get that here because either they when they're in the states, it's like okay, they might have barely be able to get the woman in bed, and when he does get her in bed, she's like,
Hmm.
she might be, she expecting him to knock it out the park, right, and you get it over with. But over in these Latin countries, you got to understand the pace. You got to like calm down, and this is funny because
Hmm.
as a 24-year-old man, I'm like okay, right, I'm gonna get too graphic, right. I was
Welcome.
I was out of my friend's Airbnb, right.
Right.
I took this girl from the shower, and it was a beautiful scene. It was like rainfall and shit like that. Rainfall shower, right? I took this girl from the shower to the counter to the floor to everywhere. I
Uh huh.
don't get you
Right.
got to everywhere. And again, and it just felt so much more genuine because again, it was an experience. It wasn't somewhere okay. I gotta perform. I gotta get it. I gotta beat it up. I gotta beat it up, and then I bust. Right? No, it was experience from one one place to the other to back
Hmm.
here to stopping to just talking to conversating to then
Yeah.
going into it and then it's just and then once you release it's like she don't have that and maybe this is another thing when you release it over there she don't feel as used she still want to have a conversation with you.
Yeah. Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe I'm Tone. If I'm lying, if you know what I'm talking about, let
No,
him know.
no, 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 you are. You tell the truth. I am not disagreeing with you at all, brother. I am not disagreeing with you at all. It's a totally different experience. And like I said, get your passport, man. Because what I saw today, and I just shook my head. I say, it's gone. It's gone here. And I'm not saying that all women are bad or anything like that. I'm not making fun of anybody, but it's like I just want to know what happened. What happened from 1990 to 2024? Because, like I said, I want you smooth life. I'm gonna tell you this, then we're gonna end this live. I want you to go on YouTube and type in Soul Train and look at those women on that Soul Train video. And I want you to watch Good Times and watch till you see Thelma. That's how we used to see, back in the days, what females that we engaged in was like back then. You didn't see all this obesity like you see now. I mean, it's really, I've never said anything about this before, and I'm not putting anybody down. I'm not saying I'm making my fun of obese, people or anything like that. But obesity causes heart disease. It causes diabetes. There's a lot of health that's related. There's a lot of disease and oh man, there's a lot of things that's tied into being diabetic. You know what I'm saying? That's that's bad for your health. And I'm seeing kids this way too. And it's like nobody cares. Nobody's talking about it. Oh, this is Press 53. Hey, what's up, Press 53? Yeah, I have never seen anything like this before. And it's like I am ready to get on that plane and go back to the DR, Brazil, or Colombia. I am ready to go. I am ready to go, man.
Mm-hmm.
And then the halfway chicks, the decent ones that you try to engage with, they mean. Like I met a girl at the store. I was like, "Good morning, how are you?" Okay.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. All right. They don't respond back to you like, "Hello, how are you?" Fine, thank you. What about yourself? Nothing like that. Or you may see like Austin Hollister when he was in his own city of Houston. I think he was in Dallas. He said the girls was just they were just like they didn't want to be bothered.
Yeah, and they don't want to be bothered, and unfortunately,
Uh,
that's just the way things are.
it's bad. Get your passport. Get the heck out of here, man. But I think the next thing what I'm gonna try to do, man.
All right, hey Tony, I gotta
Um,
get out of here. Man, it's been a pleasure
yeah,
speaking
yeah,
with
yeah,
you.
yeah,
Get
brother.
out of here.
Yeah. I'm getting ready to close this lab, but smooth light. Very much for coming out, man.
Thank
You
you.
you really helped the channel a lot. Okay.
I appreciate it.
Okay,
Thank you so
brother.
much. All right.
Okay, peace.
Uh,
Peace. Bye. Hey, what's up? Um, what's up, Press 53? Yeah, we're at the end of the live stream. I know you said that you want to come on the channel. Do you want to do it on the next weekend? Yeah, Press 53, are you still there? Yeah, let's do it next weekend, okay? We'll do it next weekend. And I usually start the live at about I started at 7 o'clock. I try to get it done early because I know people. I used to do it at 8 o'clock, but now I do it at 7 o'clock. That way, people can have time to go to work. I know people work the next day, so I don't want to stay too late, man. Yeah, man, it's so good seeing you. Good seeing everybody. Uh, yeah, this will be yeah, 7 it'll be 7 o'clock. And make sure you do a favor for me, Press 53. Um contact me on Instagram too so we can kind of chat it up a little bit what we're gonna talk about because I know you got a lot of experience on the Dominican Republic and I want to know some things about that place too. Because I'm thinking about expating there or something. I don't know. It's between Colombia and the DR for my retirement. Yeah. You said that's funny. Yeah. I wanna because me and you about the same age, DR. I mean, I'm sorry, DR. Press 53. Because I'm 50, 59. I think you said you're in your 60s. So we both looking at that retirement, you know what I'm saying? So the DR sound like a good place maybe to consider retiring. Let's see. Western females are mean. Doesn't matter. Because no, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter about the color. They are mean. I met some at the store. Oh my God. I was like, good morning. How are you? Fine. What's your name? Sue. Oh, okay. I just walk away when they act like that. Get your damn passport, brothers. We deserve better than this. Yeah, go this month. Yeah, I wish I was right behind you, bro. You know what? I used to leave I used to travel like twice a year. I traveled twice last year, but inflation and this economy has been eating up my savings. I was playing Bottled by Next. That is a good track, a good remote. Yeah. I don't know what it is about that they like about that music, but they love it. They love that R&B, old school music. They love it. Like this one right here. I was playing some OJ's and I was playing some Rufus and Chaka Khan. She was like this. They'd be like this, like they're in a trance or something. Yeah, they see she's responding to the music that I'm playing right now. I wish I could let y'all hear what I'm playing in the background, but I don't want to get a copyright strike on YouTube. So yeah, you get a copyright strike if you play music. Oh yeah, especially in Europe. So you say they like that in Europe too? Yeah. I don't know. Foreign women, they seem to be much romantic. They seem to be more happier. They're more feminine. I miss that, man. I miss that. I'm sad that I have to wait to travel this year because usually by June, at least by June, I'll be out of here. And then I come back and I go back again in September. But inflation, the economy, the price of gas, the price of food, just like termites, just eat up all your food. I mean, eat up all your savings. Yeah, NYC King, what's up, man? Yeah, that's Susie. Yeah, my baby Susie. Yeah, she's a lot of fun, isn't she? She's fun, man. Fun person. Very fun person. Yeah, yeah. Her name is Susie. Yeah, very nice person. Very nice girl. Yeah, yeah. It took us about 3 years to get together because during the pandemic, it set everything back. That pandemic was, oh my God, that pandemic. Whoa, it set everything back. Yeah, she's nice. Yeah. Matter of fact, I talked to her about a week ago. Yep, I talked to her about a week ago. NYC King. She's doing good. But I feel sorry for her though, man. She has it hard. These girls over there, man, they have it hard. And Yeah, yeah, they have. Yeah, let me see. Susie lost a little weight. I thought she was a little pretty. Yeah, this is kind of a little older video of her. Just like last year or something like that. But her weight does fluctuate though. Sometimes she can be a little heavy. Sometimes she can be a little skinnier. It all depends how she have her hair. Yeah, you're right, NYC King. She's really nice. Really nice girl. Really nice. Yeah, I tell you, get your passport because I told you guys. Some of y'all probably just getting on. Some of you guys probably just getting on, but obesity is really becoming a pandemic here in this country, man. Especially in my neck of the woods. Obesity is becoming a huge problem. I don't know what happened. I went to Myers, I went to Dollar General, and all the women in the grocery store was morbidly obese. And it used to then be like this. And I'm not making fun of nobody. I love large people, I love skinny people, I don't care what color you are, I love everybody. But I've never seen this much obesity before. I've never seen that much obesity before. And I remember I was talking about like Good Times, and you guys watch Soul Train, and look at how people used to be on Soul Train. All the females used to be on Soul Train. Totally different now. Even from the '90s, things are different now. I remember we used to go to what you call Freaknik. I don't know if you remember in Atlanta. Freaknik was off the chain. And that's all constantly he was doing, just like looking. I was like, oh, damn. Just like this the whole time. I said, I'm from Detroit. Yep, processed food. Yep, processed food. Yep. Because I'm from Detroit. And I remember when this is back in the 90s, late 80s, like 88, 89, 90 or the 90s. This was doing Freaknik too in Atlanta. But Detroit had a reputation too of called Chocolate City. Yes, Bernadette Stamps was fine. Yes. You talk about that's the girl on Good Times, right? Press 53. That's the one on Good Times, right? Thelma. You just call it Thelma. Yes. Yeah, her name was Thelma on Good Times. Yeah, she was fine. Yes. Yep. Everybody used to watch Good Times just to see Thelma. Yep. And we had a lot in Detroit. We had a lot of Thelmas walking around. I remember those days. I remember. But this food that they're eating, I don't know what's in it, but they need to stop it. They need to get rid of it. And I'm not talking about nobody. I'm not putting nobody down. I'm not making nobody look bad. I'm not saying that, that all the women are like, like that. No. I love everybody. I'm a friendly person. I don't care who you are, large, small, white or black, what race. I love everybody. So I'm not putting nobody down. But what I'm saying is I have never seen this much obesity here. I was at Walmart the other day. I was standing in line. All the women in that line was morbidly obese. Every last one of them. And I'm sitting there like, what the hell? Then I went to another store. I saw the same thing. Went to another store. I saw the same thing. They be getting out of some of them, they can't hardly get out of their cars. I'm like, what the hell is going on? What's up, the International? What's up? Everybody coming late. Maybe I should start the lives maybe at 8 o'clock then. Everybody just jumping in now. I got a lot of people coming in now. Wow, I got a lot of people coming in. I'm getting ready to end the live. Now let me ask you guys a question before I end this live. Do y'all prefer me to start at 7 o'clock, or do you prefer me to start at 8 o'clock? I'm doing this for you all. Because I notice when it gets like towards like 9 o'clock, it's like the live stream, the more people start coming on the live stream. Oh, 8 o'clock. Okay. Press 53 said 8 o'clock. Okay, NYC what do you think? 8 o'clock or 7 o'clock? Just take a vote. Yeah, want me to start at 8 o'clock or 7 o'clock? I'm on Eastern Standard Times, just to let you know. I know we are at different places. Okay, 8 o'clock. Okay, 8 o'clock. Okay, I'll move it back up to 8 o'clock then. Okay, I'll move it back up to 8 o'clock. Because I know it's at around 7, not too many people be coming through the live. So they give y'all enough chance to come on in. But press 53, I'm going to see you next week. It's going to be, you'll have the whole platform. Press 53, do you have a YouTube channel too? Are you a content creator? Because if you're a content creator, you can, I can put your YouTube channel so you get some subscribers. Yep, eating a piece of candy before it's bad. It's getting bad. It's getting real bad. It's getting real bad. I mean, it's like, I've never seen this before. I mean, you used to see maybe, one or two, now and then. I mean, I don't make fun of people's weight at all. And I'm not making no fun here. But I have never seen this much obesity before in my life. Yeah, but hey, NYC King is always open. I got the StreamYard link on the comment section. So anybody could jump on. Anybody could jump on this live stream. Any one of y'all could jump on this live stream. Okay, so you're not a content creator. Okay. Yeah, you can come on. I would love to get some information about the DR because what I'm looking at right now is retirement. I want a place I could go. I can live by the water. But Razor Race was that proof to content. That sounds like a beautiful place. I would love to retire there. Because, guys, I'm 59 years old. I will be 60 years old in September. 60. So I'm right at the retirement. And let me tell you, I was at the college in Buffalo, and we took a trip to Detroit and went to the club called BU. And when I took a cab ride back to St. Regis Hotel, and the cabbie said, the ladies are easy in the 1990s. Yeah. So you said the ladies were easier in 1990, right, Jay? Right, Jay? Yeah, you said the ladies were easy, right? Yeah, they were better. The ladies in the during the night, that was the best time of my life, man. Let's see. I plan to go to Cartagena, Colombia. Oh, that's swell. Have yourself a good time, bro. They got some beautiful ladies in Cartagena, man. Wow, you still in the DR? That's great. That's great. That's great, man. Right now, can I be honest with y'all? I am so miserable right now. I am so freaking miserable. I am very miserable. I miss this, man. I miss this. I don't get nothing like this in the States. Nothing like this. The girl you see in this video is friendly, beautiful. She smiles all the time. She compliments you all the time. I miss her. But the problem is, I don't have any money. Inflation has ate through my savings. So I only, instead of going maybe 2 or 3 times a year, I could barely probably even afford to go to maybe once now, according to the cap. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're right, Jay. The 1990s were the best of times, man. It was the best of times. It was the best of times, bro. Yep, it was the best of times. We used to have what you call cabarets. Yep, we used to have back in the early 90s, the 80s, maybe 87, 88, 89, maybe even go back to 80. Let me see, because I graduated from high school in 82, and I really started hanging out maybe around 1985, like 85, 86. Yeah, we had cabarets back in those days. And man, oh man, you used to meet so many beautiful women at those cabarets. She said, in Cartagena, I played, yep, didn't I tell you? Yep, I told you. I told you. In Cartagena, I played an R&B song when I had a girl in my room afterwards, and she enjoyed it. And me, yep, told you. I don't know what it is about that music that they like, but they love that R&B music, that old stuff. Give them that old R&B music, like the OJs and Rufus and Chaka Khan, uh, the Isley Brothers, some Earth, Wind, and Fire. She sang with Red Your Mind. Yeah, 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 yeah. That's what's up because you know what? It's like they don't understand the language. Okay, they don't understand what the words are, but they can relate to it emotionally for some reason. They can relate to it emotionally. You know, emotionally they can relate to the music. They love the music. Like this woman here, Susie, when she hears R&B, she wants to slow dance. So I got her up out of that chair and we began to have a slow. I played that slow jam. We had to slow dance. Yeah, look how happy. I mean, you don't get this trick. Look at this. Look how happy she is. Look how they engage you differently. They just engage you differently. This is what I miss, man. Yes, hip hop. You're right, NYC. Yep, yep. They love hip hop. They do. They sure do. Like you see her bopping her head to the song I was playing right now was by the Jets called "You Got Me Over Him." Because actually she was a little sad because this was my last day in Colombia. It was like a sad, sad day. And when I told her that I'd be going back to the airport, when I told her that I'd be going back to the airport on Monday morning, she was really sad about it. So it's been see, look how she's bopping to it. See, look at her. Yep, she's listening to the music that I'm playing. Yep, she likes it. Yep. if you want to, if you want to win a heart of a Latina or Brazilian or Colombian, play some R&B. Perfect. Yeah, that's right. Perfect theme songs. Yes, absolutely. Like Yvonne. Yeah, yeah, they like stuff like that. But go. Let me tell you something. Go old. You know what? I'm gonna write a list on the next live for you guys. I'm gonna write a list of songs from Tony Rome, the Mac, that you should play while you in Brazil or Colombia. How to win her heart. Yes, yeah, there you go. Yeah, you're on my start ship. Yeah, yep, yep, yep. They love that type of music, that old stuff. Yep. And I played that song by Babyface. You got that whipping pill, man. She loved that song. Yeah, she loved that Babyface. You got that whipping pill. Yep, Starship. Yeah, yes, yeah. That's People Bryson. Yeah, People Bryson. Old People Bryson. See, Price 53 know what I'm talking about. Me, and him from the same school. See, most of you guys on here, y'all, no, I understand what you're saying. You okay. Most of you guys are a little young, but let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. If it wasn't for those songs, those were baby making songs. They were. The Mac of the Year. I had different songs. Different songs that made me the Mac of the Year. Just one song. But that music back then were baby making music. Some of y'all, your grandfather, your great grandfather, all of them made love to your your grandmother, your great grandmother off that music. That's the reason why you're here. My entry to Cartagena Villa playing before landing would be this song, Skipworth Turner, thinking about, yep, yep. Reminds me of a summer song at the family picnic. Yep, there you go. And see, that's what I like about foreign women. These women, they can relate to that. But if I went out on a date with someone here in the Matrix, and I played one of these songs. They said, "Why you want to listen to that? That's old. So you act so old. You act so old for your age. You act so old." I'm like, "What's up?" I said, "You don't like this type of music?" Yep, they criticize you for the music. Yep. Let's see. Yeah, the Mac of the Year. Yeah, Mac of the Year. Those were the days, man. Mac of the Year. We used to have those big cabarets, and we used to dress up in suits. Had this, white suit on, all white suit with the tie and the hat and all that stuff. My hair was down to my shoulders. Not a Jerry curl, but my hair was down to my shoulders. I had long hair back then. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I haven't heard that cut either. There's another song called um, Say come on, let's make the baby. Come on, make the baby. Do you know what I'm talking about? Press 53. Yeah, but if you want to win them over, that's what you do. I think y'all missed the five steps of winning over a Brazilian and Colombian woman heart. Y'all want me to tell you those five right quick? I think some of y'all heard of some of y'all coming in late. Oh, y'all want me to do it next week? Go back over it again next week. I'm gonna go back over it again next week, okay? Because some of y'all missed that. I had that at the beginning of the live stream, okay? Yeah, I had that at the beginning of the live stream. Yeah, but I want you guys to keep me in your prayers, okay? Yeah, next week. I want you guys to keep me in your prayers. I lost a family member this week, and it was my sister's husband passed. So keep us in his prayer. It happened unexpectedly. Yeah, just been a rough week, man. Thank you. Y'all have a great night too. Keep me in your prayers. I keep you all in my prayers. And for now, I'm going to start the live stream at I'm going to start it at 8 o'clock. Going back to 8 o'clock. Thank you, Press 53. I look forward to seeing you. And my always remember my the link, StreamYard link is always in the comment section. And hit me up on Instagram. It's in the description in this video. My Instagram. Excuse me. Thank you, sir. My sister's really taking it pretty hard. Yeah. Yeah, the funeral is going to be not this week, but the next week. Yeah. So, okay. You guys be safe. God bless you. Thank you for joining the live stream. And I'll see you tomorrow, Press 53. We're going to talk about retirement in the Dominican Republic. Let's retire, guys. Okay. 59, almost 60. Some of you guys in your 40s, some of y'all maybe in your 30s, 40s, but you still need to start thinking about where you're going to spend your retirement because you don't want to stay here. Okay. Y'all be good. Thank you. Love you all. Peace. Thank you.